What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Bad Batch inside of Grand Arena, but before I go any further, you may notice my sound quality is not as good today. Unfortunately, I am on vacation this week, so kind of have to stick with my laptop and my crappy microphones. Can't really take my desktop with me, so sound quality is going to be not so great this week. I apologize ahead of time, but you know, going on vacation, not much I can do there. Next week I'll be back home and then better microphones and everything. So just a heads up for this week. But anyways, Bad Batch inside of Grand Arena. For a team of 5 marquees, this team does not have any business being as good as it is. This is somewhere on the level of like a Reva Inquisitors team, not quite up to Bale and Skull, because Bale and Skull can counter multiple galactic legends. This team can beat Jabba and Rey teams that don't have Ezra, so it can beat a couple of galactic legends, but most non-galactic legend teams that are on defense, minus Gungans, this team is going to steamroll, and we're going to break that all down in today's footage. We're also going to go over the mods and important Omicrons real quick before we go into the footage. We're going to break that all down in today's video. So if you guys enjoy this video, make sure that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's dive into it. So we need to start by talking about Omega Fugitive. You can see I'm running speed and tenacity mod sets on her. The most important thing here is you need the Omicron on her lead. This bonus turn meter whenever an allies are stunned or an other ally falls below 100% health. This is repeatable. This is not locked to once per battle or encounter. This will happen constantly, meaning that if Wrecker falls below 100% health, you use Omega to heal him back up, and then he falls below 100% health again. Well, now you get 2 sets of bonus turn meter or bonus turns for your whole team. This is incredibly important. The stun mechanic works great when you're fighting as a Star Killer team with Palpatine and Mara Jade. That all works fantastically. Also, the bonus damage when damaged by an expose or allies with bonus protection, that works for a couple different teams. Queen Amidala has some bonus protections somewhere in her kit. You also have teams like Padme Amidala that have that bonus protection. Some Jedi teams with Yoda will give bonus protection as well. So that part's good, but it's not as important as the bottom part with that bonus turn meter with the stun and the falling below 100% health. A couple other things you want to look out for. Big Sister with the cooldown reductions. Our Way Out gives bonus turn meter. That's very important for this team. And then Odd Little Clone, nice little Omega upgrade, gives a lot of bonus speed for her as well. One thing I do want to point out, I don't like the Zeta on the basic. I have not gotten it. This is kind of antithetical to Wrecker and how he gets the Soldier of Fortune stacks through critical hits. You don't really want to get those crit avoidance up, and all your other characters that are in stealth already can't be critically hit, so there's really no point to the Zeta. I don't like it. I think it's actually just going to kind of make the team worse, so I would not really worry about getting the Zeta. Moving on to Batcher, I want to point out one thing. You want Batcher to be faster than Hunter Mercenary. You can see we're running speed and crit chance mods on her. You do want the Zeta on her unique because this allows her to ignore stealth and taunt. That will allow you to mark someone, and then you follow up with Hunter Mercenary with his mass assist ability. This, I think, is going to be very important. That's why I have him slower than Batcher. You just want to have this here. A couple other things. While someone has Captive, she gets bonus offense and speed, and her Piercing Howl, which is her mark ability, does have a lesser cooldown. You can get that. It's not a big problem. You don't really need to worry about her Territory War Omicron, especially for Grand Arena, obviously. But her basic here, I would get this upgraded because her unique ability allows her to assist herself. This will allow her to inflict off balance and defense down, which is important. Use a Piercing Howl to mark someone, and then she follows up with this assist. Great, fantastic. Off balance and defense down. That's great, fantastic. Love it. Next up is going to be Hunter Mercenary. Speed and potency mod sets on him. This will hurt ability. It can inflict shock on all enemies, which can't be evaded, but it can be resistive, so that's why I'm running some extra potency on him. I've got potency on his cross, and we're kind of focusing on getting the Zeta here because you want to get that extra bonus damage against marked enemies. His focus cooperation as well. We have the Territory Omicron, which we'll dive into for another video, but you want this to get up to at least level 7 because this reduces the cooldown on that staff throw. Very important. His Soldier of Fortune, you don't really need to worry about because that's just bonus accuracy. You don't need to worry about that for Mercenary. So if you're just running him inside of a Bad Batch team, don't worry about the Soldier of Fortune upgrade. His Take a Shot will call Bad Batch attacker allies to assist. That's pretty important for building up the stacks of target practice. And then his basic ability can reduce the defense on the target enemy. It's good, but not by any means necessary. Next up is going to be Wrecker Mercenary. You can see I've got Relic 9 on him just for the simple fact that he's got the 6th highest protection stat in the game. If you get him up at Relic 9, I'll show you. This dude's running 200,000 protection. Now, he gets more through some uniques on the team. Here you get bonus tenacity with his unique, and I believe it's Hunter's unique that will give the bonus protection to the team. Yeah, bonus 50% bonus max protection. So that's some pretty good stuff there. This dude's running basically 300% protection at the start, or 300,000 protection at the start of the match. That's huge. You got to be in front to win. This ability upgrade here, this resets his improvised weapon. He gains taunt for 2 turns if someone else gets captive. This also, you really want to get this fully upgraded because this dispels and this flips. Very, very important. Soldier of Fortune, this is the one I like because when he is critically hit, he gets stacks of Soldier of Fortune. This increases his defense and his stacking, and also stacks his tenacity. So this one I really like. I really think you should get this, and this is why I don't like that Zeta upgrade on the basic for Omega, because you want to have critical hits on Wrecker, especially if you have his relic levels built up. You want to get those stacks of Soldier of Fortune. And when you see the Jabba the Hutt footage, this dude's just shrugging off thermal detonators left and right, and he's just not taking damage. He is an absolute tank in that team. Colossus Smash can get disarmed on him, which is fine. And his Haymaker ability, you're going to use this after a few turns, but the buff dispel on this and removing turn meter, and you also giving turn meter to your team, that's all really good. And one other thing I do want to point out as well is that the unique ability upgrade here at level 7, this gives bonus turn meter to your team if the other team is driving up a lot of turn meter. So this could be pretty good. This works really well against like a Reva Inquisitors team because they get a lot of bonus turn meter. Well, now you have this. This is also going to help drive the turn meter on your team as well. And then finally, Crosshair. So Crosshair, I'm running crit damage and potency on him. Only reason I'm running potency is because the stun through I Will Handle It can be resisted. So extra potency on him is fine. You don't need extra crit chance on him. He gets plenty through his base stats. Crit damage or offense is going to work on him. Both work really well. He gets stacking offense through his Omicron, which you don't really need, but if you have it, great. If not, perfectly fine. But yeah, both crit damage and offense I think are really going to work well for him, though probably if you don't have the Omicron, crit damage is going to be better. Target secured ability, this you really need this because this gives the bonus damage on his snipe ability. And this is where he's going to hit hundreds of thousands of damage with this. It's in my head, the level 7 upgrade allows him to ignore protection, which is fantastic. You really do want that. And then I Will Handle It. He gets more damage with this per relic amplifier level if you really need it. And a hit or miss, again, it's nice, not by any means necessary, but that's just an Omega upgrade so you don't really need to worry about that. So that's the mods and the Zetas and the Omicrons for this team. Let's dive into the footage. So we're actually going to start with something a little bit easier here. This is actually early on in my testing, and this is where I wasn't quite sure of speeds yet. And this is against a Jabba team inside of Squad Arena. Now, if you take this inside of Grand Arena, it's really not going to make a difference. You can see I got Hunter being faster than Batcher. That kind of throws things off. But really, all you need to do for this is just get Mark on Leia, and then just kind of take her out. And this is going to be pretty easy. We get disarm on her, so she takes a little bit less damage. You can see I don't have the tenacity and mods built up just correctly yet on Wrecker. So again, not optimal. This was like the first day of me getting the team unlocked, and this is kind of what I was messing with. And yeah, you can see there, did the mark, no assist. Yeah, I think it was like my first match. So still trying to figure out mechanics, just not the greatest attempt, but you're going to see that even with everything here, just absolutely just taking out this team. Now we get damage immunity here, and this is where like the basic on Wrecker is going to be really good, because there you go, we get rid of damage immunity, we get some more hits, and Leia is about done here. Get a little more protection healed back up on her, but it's really not going to save her. As soon as she is out of the way, this team becomes a lot easier to fight because now you can get the assists. Now you can really take out this team. There you go. Leia is out of the way, and now we're just going to focus on Kirstan take him out. We get the Piercing Howl here that's gonna, or actually no, that's right. We go for Lando next, take him out. You can already see we're already dealing a lot of damage there with against Lando with Batcher there. Get some more damage here. We get the marks, and of course the mark does mean bonus bonus accuracy with Crosshair. But yeah, we're gonna try to remember who I attack here, who I use here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we get the assist there with Wrecker, and now we should be just about ready to get the snipe with Crosshair, and that's gonna kind of take things. There you go. Crosshair's ready to go. We get the snipe, slow down time, and boom, 250,000 damage. Not bad, could be better, but here's the big thing. The insta-kills, and this is something you're going to see repeating with other teams too. Against Jedi Master Kenobi, against Jabba here, if you're facing like a Traya team with Nihilus there, anything that can do instant defeat, the captive mechanic of Bad Batch bypasses it. Meaning that if they have not gone into captivity yet and they're hit with that instant defeat ability, they go into captivity. So now we have Wrecker able to survive it. This is huge. It's not instant defeat immunity, but it is a counter to it, and this I think is very important. That's why I've built up Wrecker so much, because when I get to things like with Jabba, with the instant defeat here, he's able to survive it, and we're able to keep going. I don't lose anybody, and now we get the staff throw. Boom! Oh, man, that is, yeah, he's going to be feeling that one in the morning. 600,000 damage on that ability. Woo! That is lovely. Now we're going to go for Embo. We're going to use a couple attacks here. Boom. Now, I do want to point out, when I face this team in Territory Wars as well, incredibly easy to make it work too. So now we've got Kirsten back. Unfortunate, but we still have target practice on Embo. So there you go. Boom. Some more damage. See, can we get rid of Embo here? There you go. He's done. We have good old Wrecker's back here. And now we're going to dispel damage immunity once more on Kirsten. Going to get the throw here. It does reset our target practice, but at this point, it is what it is. We're pretty much easy. We're pretty much cruising to a win here. So no problem at all against Jabba. This, in any mode I've done, Squad Arena, Grand Arena, Territory Wars. For some reason, I didn't record my Grand Arena attempt, but yeah, easy Jabba counter. So if you don't have Afra, this works really well. This is a team you're going to be building up for the raids anyways. Yeah, you're just going to absolutely destroy Jabba. So boom, there you go. Jabba in any game mode, you are going to easily defeat. Now here we're going up against a Reva team. You can see that I'm just kind of running like a basic just bonus protection Datacron here against them inside of Grand Arena. You need some pretty solid pretty solid relic levels on them. They do have 9th Sister here instead of 8th Brother. That's really not going to make much of a difference. You're going to see as we go into this, they're going to start hammering Wrecker, and this is where that Relic 9 on Wrecker really kind of helps me out here, because, yeah, he's able to withstand the assault here at the beginning. We're going to get the ability block on everyone because of Grand Inquisitor. Video's kind of buffering here. Apologies for that. But, yeah, they are, yeah, we're going to get the ability block here. This is where the Omicron on Crosshair could be very helpful, because he's cleansed that ability block, he's removed the purge from himself, he's just shrugging all the debuffs off. So we're going to focus on Reva. We're going to try to get her out of the way. We start taking out the stacks of Shaken here with Crosshair. I was thinking about maybe calling someone else to assist, and I said, you know what, let's just go ahead and work on getting rid of the Shaken on him. At some point, I would like to get marked on Reva, but here you go. We get the bonus turns on everybody because Wrecker falls low on health. So you see it. Boom. There you go. Everybody gets some bonus turns here. So he falls below 100%. So Omega, Omega, Hunter, Batcher, and Crosshair are all locked and loaded, ready to go. And yeah, that's the really important thing. That's why this Omicron on the Omicron on Omega's lead is so important, because yeah, once Wrecker falls low on health, I really should have gone for Mark there. I should have done Mark with that instead of the leap ability. And I try to heal back up a little bit on Wrecker. Doesn't really do a lot, but there you go. Now we're starting to see we get some death marks on our team, but now we're getting that damage built up. So you can see we almost took out 9th Sister there with just the basic on Crosshair. We're getting some damage on our characters. You're going to get the Piercing Howl ability here, and you're going to get a follow-up. And yeah, that's going to pretty much wrap things up. If you didn't have Ninth Sister here, it'd be easier to go for Grand Inquisitor. Once he is out of the way, this fight becomes much easier. There you go. Basic with Crosshair pretty much wipes him out. Boom, boom, there you go. Incredibly easy win against Reva teams on defense. I was shocked at how easy this was. Once Reva was out of the way, and if Ninth Sister wasn't here, you can take out Grand Inquisitor earlier. This fight is so incredibly easy. I could not believe it. So another one we're going to bring up here is going to be Queen Amidala. You can see their team's a little bit faster, but boom, look at that. Padawan Obi-Wan assist, removes, ignores protection on Wrecker, and now our whole team's locked and loaded, ready to go. This one is actually more dicey. I found out of all the teams I fought, Queen Amidala is the trickiest one, because if you can't get to Padawan Obi-Wan quickly, and he gets his AoE off, you're going to see a lot of damage on our team, and we're going to go into captive on quite a few characters during this fight. And this is where that foresight on Obi-Wan is really tricky, because the mark on Batcher can be evaded. So I use the ability here. I get rid of the buffs on him, but I can't place the mark. So now I'm stuck working on the Handmaiden decoy. Really, I should have just focused on the decoy from the beginning. I'm going to start taking out the stacks of Shaken on Crosshair. And one other thing I do want to point out, I misplayed this, is that when I used Omega's ability here, what I should have done is, because we were already low or below 100% health on Wrecker, I should have used the heal from Omega here to heal Wrecker back up, because Obi-Wan's just going to move again here in a second, and I could have just, driven more turn meter on my team. So yeah, this could have given another set of bonus turns, and I probably could have gotten to things a little bit quicker. And here we go. Ignore that protection, and yeah, there you go. So now we're in captivity with Wrecker, and this is where, if I had played this a little bit better, this would have been a little bit easier to do, and I should have done it, and I messed up, and that's kind of hurting my team now a little bit. So now we're starting to get some extra damage, some extra bonus turns on our team. Still cannot get through the stacks of Shaken on Wrecker or on Crosshair just yet. He's still got too many, and we can't place mark on the decoy anyways. But we're getting there. We're now off of the captivity on Wrecker. So now we can start working on some of these other characters. Come on, let's get the decoy out of the way. Decoy's almost done. You know what? Screw it. Kill her. And now we need to focus on Padawan Obi-Wan. So we're going to heal some characters back up. And yeah, we healed up some other characters. I should have gone for Wrecker here. But now Padawan Obi-Wan's out of the way. And now we can focus on some other characters. So because we have gotten rid of the Shaken on Crosshair, I did almost screw myself here, because I tried to go for Master Qui-Gon and realized Amidala is still up. So we're going to snipe her, get her out of the way, and boom, there you go, 500,000 on that snipe. Just a casual 500,000. But yeah, we're working our way back up, and now we're just going to start taking out some of these other characters. So no one on the enemy team has the mark on them for target practice, so I can just hit whoever I want to here, and I'm not going to worry about losing my stacks of target practice. So we get some bonus max protection on our team already. We're gonna start taking out Keller and Beck. We're gonna mark him, not mark him, just use our basic, call in some attacks. Boom, Beck is done. Now we just have Qui-Gon Jinn left, and we get some assist, and there you go, he's done. So Amidala is by far the trickiest of the teams that I fought against. But really, this one just even then, this one still felt pretty easy. Another one I want to bring up is going to be Darth Malgus. This one, again, incredibly easy to fight against. I do make the same mistake here, where I was fighting with Padawan Obi-Wan, where we have the foresight on Bastila, and I try to go for her, and that was a bad idea. So you can see I'm going to try to Piercing Howl her. She evades it. And now I've got her marked, but now I'm still stuck behind Malgus. So early on, it saved me here a little bit. This is one where I could have used his bomb throw here to kind of, actually I did use the bomb throw here, and get some max protection on my team. But you can see, yeah, so now you're going to see that because we have high protection and not really built up the health on Wrecker, this is where you're going to see a lot of the health steal from Malik really not do much to Wrecker. But we're going to focus down Malgus. The ability to ignore protection with Crosshair is really going to make Malgus go down pretty quickly once we get him going here, doing a couple attacks in, trying to get rid of him. And of course, all the debuffs that are put on Crosshair through this, he's just going to cleanse them, and he's going to gain stacking offense from it as well. So all the fear, all the shock, everything that the Sith team can put out, he's getting rid of it pretty quickly here. So another round of, there you go. And here we go, we get the snipe in, and boom, 300,000 damage on that. Malgus is now dead. Now we can focus on Malik. We're going to heal back up on Wrecker. There you go, full protection again. We're going to reset some cooldowns, but now, yeah, I screwed this one up. Another misplay. I just wanted to get rid of Bastila for some reason. I thought she was going to be more of a threat. She really wasn't. But you can see we are getting fear on our team, but that's really not making much of a difference here. All those debuffs, Crosshair automatically cleansed. We have a staff throw here. Boom. She's dead. And now we're back to focusing on Malik. And this is where you're going to see him start to do the health steal. Really doesn't do a lot. So yeah, you see here, he's going to try to steal it and just watch the protection. Not really, yeah. Barely any protection removal there on Wrecker. That's why that high relic with the bonus protection is just so important on him. He's going to survive it. He's going to take forever to lose that protection. And once eventually that he does, now we get the bonus turns on our team. But you can see this fight's pretty much over at this point. Yeah, we're going to get a couple more hits in there. And there you go. Malik's dead. Now we focus on Revan. Staff throw. Boom. A casual 600,000 on Revan with the staff throw. And we clean up with Darth Talon. So very, very easy against a Malgus team. Love it. So this is going to pretty much wrap it up for me. I want to hear from you guys. What do you all think about the Bad Batch team in Grand Arena? Do you guys have any questions about the idea, about the team? Any comments, concerns, thoughts, ideas? Anything you would like to know about? Let me know down below in the comment section. As always, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video with anybody you think would be interested to look at some Bad Batch stuff. Hopefully you guys are able to take the footage here and figure out some ideas for yourself of where to use this team in Grand Arena and get an idea of just how good this team is going to be. So now that we're having to use it for the Sith raid, now we also have some pretty high viability with them inside of Grand Arena as well. That's going to wrap up things here. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.